the energy, talent and determination that gave Rebecca the self-esteem that promises a bright future ahead. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you Rebecca Lucy Taylor, as eminently worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Music, honoris causa.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Music, honoris causa.
Thank you.
Well done.
Hello. Sorry. Thank you so much. I'm really, really nervous, and I'm normally not, so just bear with me. I was born in Northampton, about a 25-minute lift from my dad away from here. Not one point did I ever doubt I would be a pop star. Every patio or patch of land was a stage to me. My nanny and granddad were adoring Wembley-sized crowds. My pogo stick served as a microphone stand. As unlikely as it was, I was going to make it because I was Freddie Mercury. However, over a decade writing and recording and touring in an indie band, my spirit was slowly breaking. I entered the music industry exactly the year streaming and downloading became normalized. I entered a music industry where male music reigned supreme, and the token women were only ever allowed to sing a third above the lead singing man, and we had to wear the mandated pretty tea dress uniform, and you maybe got to play a very simple synth line if you were lucky. I continuously bit my tongue, allowed tour managers, sound engineers and record label execs to treat me as nothing more than decoration. The whole time knowing that I had this fire inside me. I had talent and the drive and I had a lot to say, but staying in my place seemed like the only option. In the music industry and in my private life, the woman I am was never going to have it easy, or so it seemed. In 2016, I made a much needed yet terrifying decision. I wanted to make music alone on my own terms. I wanted to be free. It could well mean the end of my career in music, but being successful on someone else's terms was going to erode what was left of me. So I started my solo project, Esteem, which at the time I thought was just a cool artist name, but over the last 7 years, it has been exactly what standing up for myself, staying true to my vision and never compromising has given me. Every time I wasn't quiet just to keep the peace, every time I said no when I really meant no, every time I didn't let a sound engineer assume I wouldn't be playing the drum kit, every time I let my emotions show, every time a bloke online attacked my appearance and I accepted that he is just a product of his lived experience and to reply would be futile, every time I surround myself with people who accept me for exactly who I am, every time I've been brave, when I proudly exist in my skin, when I respect myself, when I remember there is simply not enough time left to doubt myself, it's completely pointless to ever think you're anything other than the absolute tits. Hang on. Every time I ensure that my needs are met, every time I don't go to things that I don't want to, every time I interrogate the no's and that's just how it's done, every time I remember that just because someone is older and more powerful, it doesn't mean they know more than me or that their ideas are superior. When I push out the idea of being too old, too big, not trained, not ladylike, that being unmarried or without children means there's obviously something wrong with me. Every time I remember that I'm not bossy for getting shit done, I'm not difficult for being passionate about the details, I'm not a show-off, I'm a committed artist. Every time I allow myself to be too much, I've done the right thing by that wacky, loud, bonkers, blonde little girl singing into a pogo stick to the adoring reception of the back garden wall. Despite this, when I was asked if I could accept this honorary doctorate, my first thought was, well, no, I don't deserve it. Everyone will think, who is she anyway? She never went to uni. And when I was watching Celebrity honorary doctorate speeches on YouTube, and I found myself getting very nervous about it because I'm not Beyonce or Stanley Tucci or Michelle Obama or James Blunt. So what will I say in a speech? When this morning I looked in the mirror and I didn't know if I looked good enough, I realised the journey is never over. Everything I said about believing in myself doesn't come easily or naturally. It's a lifelong practice. I have to wake up every day and commit to it. You all committed to something, whether it came easily or naturally, whether it was a struggle, when it was boring or maybe really, really hard. You committed during the exhilarating moments of something making sense, the glorious moments where something falls into place. You committed when you weren't sure you'd get through to the end. You committed during a global pandemic. And you're here, achieving, believing, committing, and choosing what's good for yourself. You're now at the bottom of a new mountain. And the top of the mountain is the end of your life. And you and me are just going to constantly be going up it. I want to thank my managers, Cherish and Louise, who have sacrificed so much for self-esteem. As much as I always knew I would get there in the end, being bolstered by such smart, talented, strong and understanding women has made the journey so much easier. And I just want to quickly thank my parents, Andy and Janet, who must have wondered along the way what the bloody hell I'm doing with my life, but never once let that show, always supported me no matter what. Never ever once told me to pack it in and get a real job, and have accepted me since I was that little girl I was telling you about, and accept me right now. Thank you. And to Sheffield University, and for this honorary doctorate. I'm immensely proud and patriotic about this city, and this really, really means the world. Thank you. Thank you.